guys, and welcome back to another of my YouTube videos. If you're new here, you're really welcome. My name's Laura, and this is part 2 of my series on the most common questions asked at medical school interviews. Interviews are a really important part of the application process, and it is important that you are aware of what sort of questions are commonly asked. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing the question, tell us a bit about yourself. If you'd like any other information about other questions commonly asked at medical school interviews and that I got asked myself and how I answered them, then do check the description down below, as I'll have put in links to all my other videos. So the question, tell us a bit about yourself, is very vague and can be really quite a complex thing to answer. You really want to be quite specific about what you say, and you definitely don't want to list off a load of things and ramble on. So here are a couple of things that I suggest you mentioning when you're answering this question. And these are some of the things that I used whenever I answered my medical school interview questions. So with this sort of question, they are really wanting to find out about you specifically. They don't really want a wish-wash answer. They are wanting you to be very honed in on different things about yourself. Yes, there are so many things that you could talk about, and that is why this question is difficult to answer well and to also be able to come up with on the spot. So being aware of this question in advance and sort of having a rough idea of things you could mention is a really good idea. First of all, you want to talk about who you really are, and that might sound quite obvious, but there are so many different things that I thought about before I went into the interviews. You want to mention skills and qualities that are very specific and helpful for you getting into medical school. Interviewers don't really want a long answer that doesn't really give them much information about you. They want points that you're able to use and link to medicine. You want to be interesting and different and very much unique, as they will have multiple students coming in and being asked the same question during your interview session. They want to remember your statement and be able to identify different things about what you say that actually mean that you would be a great doctor and that they would be interested in taking you on as a medical student. Talk about how some of your hobbies, skills, interests, and qualities really make you stand out for all the right reasons for becoming a doctor. Using your skills and qualities from different hobbies and interests you have is a really good thing to do. You want to mention key skills and qualities that are really prevalent in good doctors, such as teamwork, leadership, empathy, sympathy, commitment, dedication, and really important is also communication. All of these things are a good idea to mention, and you can use them from a variety of things. I talked about how I had sailed and that allowed me to develop teamwork and also leadership because I actually instruct other kids how to sail. You could talk about how your employment or some work or part-time jobs that you've done has allowed you to be a leader and also to be very honest and independent. There are lots of different things that they want to find out about you, such as why you think medicine is the correct subject for you to be studying. You could talk about how you've had a passion for the sciences and how different things in your life has impacted your opinion on the healthcare service and why you want to give back to the community. You might also want to bring in different times that you've done volunteering and work experience, as this will give them a bit of a better idea of what your sort of background is and a little bit more in depth of how you are as a person. You could talk about different times that you've had roles of importance, such as if you were an office bearer at school, or you led a committee, or had some involvement in something very positive and changing. I would avoid saying things about how you're really smart and intelligent, or listing off grades from different qualifications you've got. This can sound really quite pompous, and it is quite frowned upon by interviewers. Make sure that you don't just list things off and do give evidence and back up your statements that you mention. The key to being great at interviews, and especially for a question like this, is to be able to stay composed and give a lot of information in a short amount of time. Definitely avoid rambling and listing things off, as it gives the interviewer no more information than what they could have read from your personal statement. You want to delve a little deeper and pull apart the question and be unique with your answer. Talk about who you really are and don't just give them the same sort of waffle that they've heard from other people. It's important that your body language is positive and you're engaging throughout. Do make some eye contact and also shake their hand or say thank you at the end of the interview. So I hope this video has given you a bit more of an idea of what to do and not to do when answering the question, tell us a bit about yourself. Do pull apart the question and think about some things that you could mention before going into your interviews. But definitely avoid practicing and learning off questions, as interviewers really don't like when you have a spiel of an answer. If you found this video useful, please give it a like down below, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all my new content and videos and the rest of this really important series for you to know when you're applying to medical school. If you'd like any more information or if you have a question, make sure to check out my Reddit community and my Instagram. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!